Welcome back to Ruby Structures. In today's tutorial, I'll be teaching you how to design Raft foundation using ProtaStructure. Alright, if you're new here, please do well to subscribe to the YouTube channel, like our videos, comment, and tell us whatever video you want us to do for you, and we'll be able to do that for you. This is one way you can support us. Thank you very much. Let's get right into it. So once you have your model, for my model I have my building model already. If I check my design status, you see that everything is green, which from the table here you realize that everything green means okay. That means it passes. My columns, beams and slabs, everything is okay. I can just off that for a while and go back to plan view. So I'll be going to click on select story. I'll just be using this. All right, so I'll be at story 00. Click on story 00. That's the foundation. All right, so to design raft footing or raft foundation, sorry, first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to modeling. We're going to have ground beams and slabs. So foundation beams. Okay, so the width of my foundation beam is going to be, I'm going to use 250, and the depth is going to be 900. All right, so can start from here. It's going to be around. The idea of the foundation beam is to connect all your columns together. All right, so I'm just going to draw this randomly. In your case, you can draw yours just depending on how you want your ground beams to be, but make sure it's connected. You connect, sorry, I had to exit that to properties. Make sure you connect all your columns. In my case, it's what I have. Okay, you can decide to add one here, another one here, so you can just add that, add another one here. All right, so these are my ground beams. If I come to 3D view, you can see that that's my ground beams that will carry my building. Go back to plan view. After the beams, the next thing you're going to be adding is going to be your slabs. So you click on slab. I'm going to be using 175 mm thick slab. You can try 150 first, but I'm starting with 175. All right, so after that, the next thing is going to be a reduced level, but I'm going to do one thing so you can understand what I mean. So now when I have a reduced level of 0, let me click this, right, and I just go to the 3D view and escape that. You realize that the slab is directly on the ground and the beam is shooting up. This is not how raft foundations are. I mean, at least in this country, this is not the setup of a raft. Usually the raft slab is always on top. All right, so what you do now is you click that, right click, you go to properties. So now for reduced level, what you're going to do now is you're going to subtract the depth of your beam by the height of your the thickness of your slab. So if you do 900 minus 175, you're going to have 705. So it's going to be 725. All right, and you click OK. All right, once you do that, you're seeing where your slab is. It has gone up. And also for loading, we have our self weights automatically calculated. So for our dead load, we're going to be using dead load of 3.75, and impulse load, this is going to be a hostel. Alright, so we're going to look for the minimum live load for hostels. Alright, so for dormitories, hostels 1.5, but in my case for design we are using 2. Okay, so you can update that. So I'll go back to my plan view, click on the slab. Since every slab has the same, so you can just use that property and right, so impute your slabs everywhere. All right, so once you're done with that, the next thing you're going to do, or the next thing I usually do, is to add slab strips. So you come to your slab strips. Okay, first one is going to be X horizontal direction, so you change it from analytical strips to finite element strips. All right, so I'll be using my finite element flow analysis to design Raft slab. All right, so my end conditions, you know what boundary conditions are, so I'm going to start from here. Hold my control key to make that straight. Same thing here. So you just impute your slab strips. Right, you have a slab here, so the end condition changes. Same thing here. Okay, so now change to y direction. Same thing. Change your boundary conditions, don't forget, and click that. So you just impute your slab sheets both horizontally and vertically, as in the X and Y direction. Right, once you're done with that, next thing you need to do is to go to your settings. Okay, and you go to foundations. So my bearing capacity for this design is going to be 100. Sorry, for my soil reports it's 80, so I keep that as 80 for my reliable stress of soil. So I can click OK. Next thing I do is I used to relabel my members, so I go to relabel members, click OK. I don't want to relabel all stories, I just want story 0 to story 0. So I want to relabel my beams and my slabs. Alright, so I click OK. So it just relabels it and arranges it properly. Okay, so after you're done with this, next thing you're meant to do is for you to go to analysis, to finite element foundation analysis. So you can click on that. All right, so we can leave the source upgrade coefficient as it is. All right, so you can just keep this as it is. So I go to floor mesh analysis. So we give it time while it does the finite element flow analysis. So you have this. If you zoom into it, you notice that it has broken into two triangles. So this is the finite element analysis. And if you also check, you realize the column positions, they are axial loads to it. So click OK. All right, so now telling that the foundation beam design effect are updated from the final element analysis model results. So you can click OK. That's this. So if you want to display the analytical model, you can just click on it. All right, so you can see the behavior. All right, so this is the behavior of the Raft slab. See deflections. So you want to make this an animation. You can click on that so you see the behavior of your raft. You can just off that. You can end this. Okay, and just click back on the foundation, go to post analysis. So next I want to do is for me to no, this is not what I want. All right, so I have to transfer. Oh, sorry. Okay, so click on the display analytical model again, because this is where we want to design the raft. So you've seen the model. I can end this for now. So next thing you're going to do is I want to change this to my plan view. Can come to general, click on plan. So just change this to plan view so you can see what's happening. All right, so after that, come to contours. All right, click on contours and come down here and click on soil pressure. All right, so with this you would use this, the legend here, to know if the applied soil pressure is more than the applied load is more than your soil pressure. And if that's the case, you either have to increase the thickness of your slab or increase the depth of your beam, or also break the panels of your slab. It's possible that can also work. All right, I'm going to make a video that will explain when you can do that and all of that. So also you should make sure that the highest value here you have should in most cases be less than 1.35 times your soil bearing pressure. In our case here, if you look at the corner here, based on this, realize that the highest we have is about 128. So 100 times 1.5 is about 150. So we are in the safe. We look at it, it's green. Okay, so we are in the safe zone. That means a raft design. Okay, so next thing you can do is you can come to threshold contours. Okay, and the pattern load we are going to be using is going to be this first load combination. If you click on a required area of steel bottom, okay, load into it. Okay, so I click on edit user definitions. What is requiring is 328.4, but what's being provided is, so I can just click define here, change it to y12, and I want y12 at 200. So you see that the area is providing is now 505.49, which is higher than what it needs for the bottom steel. So I can click OK and click OK. Same thing with direction for the bottom steel. Edit user definitions, same thing, define it. Y12 at 200 should do the trick. Is the area, click OK. All right, same thing for your top steel. Edit user definition. So you just do that and change what needs to be changed. Click OK. Click OK. Come back to direction to top steel. Edit user definition. Define y12 200 and click OK. Right, so I'm providing y12 at 200 in both direction, both bottom and top reinforcement. All right, so once you're done with that, we can just end this, allow it to apply all right, so I can just end this, right click, update tubers, so only give it time. So once you do that, realize that it has provided your reinforcement, which was what you provided. See, white over 200, bottom and top. So bottom reinforcement, top reinforcement, just as you had selected, in both directions, everywhere. Hope you had learned something. You click 3D, come to review, come to design status. You realize that your slabs passes, right? It's green. The only thing that is white here is the beam, which we have not yet designed. So you can just off this, go to design, go to foundation beams. All right, so you can just batch reselect all bars and give it time. And just close to realize everything is okay, and click back, just close that, come back to our review, click on design status, and you can see that we have designed our raft successfully. Please, if you've enjoyed this video and you learned something, please do well to like the video, drop a comment, and also subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much. See you on the next one.